Alright. You remember 2 weeks ago what we talked about? 2 weeks ago. There are 2 grammatical points that we talked about. No? You remember, Scott? No?
2 grammatical points?
Yep, 2 grammatical points we talked about.
No?
Yep, no.
What? Oh.
Yes. We talked about no, which is what? What was no?
It's like an apostrophe S type word or a dash in the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Possessive.
Possessive form links nouns together, so it's possessive. However you spell it.
Phone numbers together.
Specificity?
What?
Specificity?
How does it go How does it go Ah, yeah. Alright, next point. How does it go specificity?
Something large to something small. So
yes.
Alabama no, Birmingham no, Daigaku
yes.
wa desu.
Yep. So possessive for telephone numbers and for what's the other thing? Oh, specificity.
That word.
Yes, that word. Specificity.
You gonna put that word up there?
Yes. And now class, no, I'm joking. For those that missed it, you're going to have to come to class tomorrow or next week and say it 5 times. Fast. Alright. Okay, so that can you all give me an example of either possessive or linking nouns together? Specificity.
Hitomi-chan wa watashi no imoto desu.
What?
Hitomi-chan.
Yeah, that works.
So,
Watashi no.
Watashi no imoto. My
Oh,
sister.
imoto. Sorry, sorry. Yes.
Okay.
There
so
you go.
Possessive, telephone numbers, and specificity. So, what about telephone numbers? Make up a fake telephone number as recording unless you want like all YouTube people to call you up.
283-954-4
Okay. And what about specificity? Okay, fine. Specificity would be, as he said, Alabama no Birmingham no Daigaku. Or Daigaku. Okay. What was the other point that we learned? Chapter 2 was next. Okay. So this actually leads to what I'm going to talk about. Now, so you have kore, sore, are, dore. Okay, so there you have these points, right? What does kore mean? Yeah? Sore?
That one.
That, by, you. Are?
Way over there.
That way over there, and dore?
We didn't go over that time.
Where?
Oh, we haven't. What?
Which one?
Yep, which one? So, dore means which one. So, and then I'll quickly go over that, but like, if I say, sono, never mind that. Dare no Dr. Pepper desu ka? Like you would say, Dare no Dr. Pepper desu ka? Or
So that would be whose Dr. Pepper?
Which one is actually dochira? But and then dare desu ka? Who is that? Who's that? Or who is this person? この人は? I don't think you know. Being hard. Okay, so you have dare no, dare becomes your who. That's what dare means. So, we go with, wait, I messed it up. Wait, that's okay. Dare, dore. Dore is which one? That's right. Or dochira. Okay. I just went over something that I wasn't to go over. Got it.
That's right, we got just
Yep.
over dode.
Okay, so you have kore, sore, are. Now, what you do is you keep the prefix kore, sore, a, do. So ko, so, a, do. Keep those, right? What you do is you then bring it down, so you have your ko, so, a, and do, and it becomes, and then you add a, no, plus a wa. Okay, that becomes more specific. So this is now more specific. So I say, so if I'm looking at an object, right, and I go, which is what I was trying to say, kono,
Does it say another?
hmm?
Does it say another?
Yes, it does. Brother from another mother.
It's supposed to be ano plus wa.
Yes, that does say another page.
Like that. Like connect them up. Do I need to show you?
No, I know what you mean.
Oh, okay. That's what I was to say.
Like that, right?
No.
What?
Just like down like that. Go to the left.
Down like this?
Go to the left. No. Don't pick up your hand. Don't pick up your thing. Do an and thing. Go to the left. Up. Yep. Yeah, that one. Upside down full.
Okay. So you say kono, sono, ano, dono is more specific. So kore, sore, are, dore is less specific. You say dore desu ka? Which one? Are desu ka? Like, you know, are wa nan desu ka? You know, whatever. But you say ano wa toke desu ka? Is that over there a watch? You know, it becomes more specific. So, what do I have right here? Use it with a noun. So use it with a noun. Because you have a wa here, you're always going to use it with a noun. So there's always going to be a noun after it. Always. For every single one, there's always going to be a noun. So you could say, for example, if I were to say, what's a good word to use? Okay, if I were to say, this, how much is this book? And I'll even help you out a little bit, and I'll say, kore wa, or ha, ikura desu ka? So if I were to say, how much is this book? What would you do?
Kore wa hon.
Mm-hmm.
Sore wa.
Or this. Hmm?
Well,
Maybe.
Oh, well, for me, okay.
yeah.
Okay,
The
so,
response would have to be sore or are.
Oh, we're doing a response to it. I thought you
Yeah.
wanted to correct, because you didn't put book in there.
All right, I'm helping you out though with this. Now you got to convert it to this sentence.
Use sono, wouldn't you?
Sono.
Sono wa ichigo en desu. Very chico.
No, how would you ask this question? How much
how would I
is
ask
this?
that? That's wrong. You answered. Okay.
Sono wa. Sono not wa, but sono.
Sono hon
Hon. Hon wa.
Ikura desu ka?
Ikura desu ka? So, I want Corey to give me an English example, and I want Kyle to give a response.
English example of asking how much this is?
Yeah, like, no, but yeah, how much this is, but use something that you would know. Something in the last 2 chapters. Like notebook, pen, hat, shoes, bag, umbrella, whatever you want to use.
Okay. How much is this cat?
So if I were to use this for kono, sono, ano, dono.
I was supposed to do the English, right?
Yeah, so he's asking how much is this cap?
Official Pokemon media info cat.
So how would you say that in
Some cheesecake.
Japanese? Sono, okay. Sono wa. Not sono wa. Sono, what? What's hat? Cat, hat, whatever. Boshi. This is all sono boshi.
You're converting his question, his
Yep.
English question into Japanese.
Sono boshi wa. Switching back. Sono boshi wa.
Ikura.
Ikura desu ka?
Ikura.
No.
Sono
He's
is
saying, how much
supposed
is
to
this
be
cat?
Okay. If I were to do it, it would have been wrong.
Sono boshi wa. Ikura. I want Scott to ask Melissa something. And you can use dono, ano, anything. Well, not dono, but...
Okay, you want me English or Japanese and let her answer in Japanese?
You can do either.
この鉛筆はいくらですか?
How much is this pencil? Am I supposed to answer in Japanese or am I? Say yours again.
この鉛筆はいくらですか?
Am I supposed to ask the same question? Or am I supposed to say how much it is?
You're
supposed to like do what I did.
Yeah.
So it'd be.
Oh, okay, so he did the kono. So I say sono nentetsu wa ikura desu ka?
So, let's look at the page. Yeah. What?
No.
You're gonna kill him?
No.
Or me?
Well, I'm still not sure how you want to, if we're supposed to repeat the question, but
Same as him, but he did it in English. Okay, I know this is very, very weird for everybody. But if you look at D on page 44.
これは、
You and a friend.
この本はいくらですか？2100円です。
It's the page of cards.
Page 73?
うん。
No?
It's B now.
It's B. It's gonna be.
Yeah, looks like you're right.
Yeah. One of you looks at card A and the other looks at card B on page 51. Ask it and answer questions to find out the price of each item. Use kono, sono, and ano appropriately.
Part B, where's that?
Mm-hmm.
For the Arizona University,
Mm-hmm.
I've always wondered why you don't say Arizona no Daigaku as opposed to, I mean, is that when you say something like University of London, that's when you would use no? Like, because if it was University of Arizona, then I guess you would say it? It's just strictly because the word of is not implied in there?
Well, you also say University of Alabama at so Birmingham.
But like, for instance, for like that one in Tuscaloosa, that's University of Alabama. Well, I guess that is it. It's University of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That would be Alabama Daigaku. And then you would
The
do.
reason she's using the no after that is because she's saying she is a student of that.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm also saying, you know, like, because in, I think later on in the book, some other time, talking about the University of London, so it says, Igirisu no Daigaku something, as opposed to tacking it on there, like, you know, as the same word. Does that make sense? Or does
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I think
Trying
it
to
depends
figure-
on the person who's talking though, right?
Yeah.
Most Japanese don't always,
I think it also, because I
think I've heard the Japanese students say UAB no Daigaku say or something like that.
And I've also heard them say UAB Gakusei.
Yeah.
So I think you can go either way.
as long as they understand what you're saying.
Right. Because I do both too.
Okay.
Japanese say UAB no Gakusei or UAB no Daigakusei. I say UAB no Gakusei or I say UAB Gakusei. So
I guess also it's a technicality with the name, like, it might strictly be like, you know, you could say, I guess, what, Arizona State, as opposed to
Mhm.
University of Arizona, or whatever. So
Mhm.
is that, okay, that's sort of, what do you call that, nuance? I
Kind of.
have no idea.
I mean, it can be
Intermingled.
Yeah.
Interchangeable?
Interchangeable, intermingled, yeah. So, if you look on page 36, which is where it starts off, dare no, we kind of went over this a little bit, so I'll quickly go over it. But dare no, page 36 for me.
64 for us.
It says, so we learned how to say Meri-san no denwa bango wa and Takeshi-san no okasan. So we learned how to say, whose Meri-san no denwa bango wa is what? What is that in English?
Mm-hmm.
Meri-san no denwa bango wa.
Mary's
Mary's
phone
cell
number.
phone
Phone number.
Yes. And Takeshi-san no okasan.
Tashi
Mom.
Mother.
Hmm?
Like a sheep mom.
Yep. So, how would you say, who's this? Dare. Correct. Or, you could say, so you say dare, meaning
Who?
who. Yep. So then you would put, so guess what? If you want to find out who owns this, what do you say? Dare no. Dare no. So you could say dare no
Another A.
What, right here?
You might have to write some actual characters, because my English grammar is going nuts right now.
Well, how is your reading, Kyle? How's your reading?
I'm still learning,
Because I could
writing
go.
all, I'm just trying to match the
He's been practicing
one
his head
to
ago. Yeah, touch the touch one.
Okay. Let me just find out how to write it in English here. If I find it.
Write it, and I guess that would help anything. Like,
Yeah, there is.
Solid.
There is. What?
you could write it and get it out of that.
Well, this would be katakana.
That particular word, but the rest of it would be.
So if I were to say, dare no computer desu ka? What is that?
Whose computer?
Yep. Whose computer? Okay. So, what I want you all to do, or if I were to say, make it even more, I could say, kore, kore wa, kore wa, dare no computer desu ka? Which would be what?
Whose computer is this?
Yep, whose computer is this? So what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to I'm having trouble switching back and forth between Japanese and English.
Well, just take off the E and put an apostrophe there,
Okay.
and then you're fine.
Okay, so who, but still that wouldn't be right. Who is computer?
Whose computer is this?
Okay.
It's going to be H-O-S-E.
Yeah, there you go.
S-E.
You even got it wrong. Okay, I knew that. I was like, okay, anyways, so what I want y'all to do is I want y'all to talk to 3 people and point to something and say, kore, sore, are wa dare no hon desu ka? Or sore wa whatever.
Kora.
Dr. Thunder.
Dr. Thunder. Okay,
Kora.
so stand up, move around, find people, say dare no
Never mind.
pin desu ka? Dare no impin
Yeah.
desu ka? But kore wa dare no.
I.
Alright, one thing, I'm going to say this mainly for the camera for you guys. One thing that we discovered was a response. So if you say, kore wa dare no computer desu ka? A response would be,
Not that.
sore wa Samuel no computer desu. So, writing it up here, sono wa Samuel no computer desu. So that's how you would respond to that. Alright, so does that make sense?
But if you're saying kore, wouldn't you say sore?
Yep. Thank you. Sore wa? Yes, I am very bad. I told you. What? A pain in the neck?
Yeah, a teacher's pain in the neck, as opposed to a teacher's pet.
I was asking, because if I didn't, it'd be confusing to me, and I'd
Yes.
be doing it wrong.
Very good. No, it's fine.
Well, then tell him that.
I heard it. No need to say it.
Okay, so what would happen, switching a little bit, what would happen if I were to talk about a place, if I were to ask directions?
Doko desu ka?
Doko desu ka? Or, I'm going to erase this, is this okay? So, if I were to ask for a place, or if I were to ask for a place, or if I were to respond to places, respond to places, talk about places. Okay, so you remember kore? So you remember kore, right? Right. You remember sore?
I.
And are,
はい。はい。
and dore. Well, we're going, and then you remember you switch it and it becomes kono.
その、
Right.
どの。
So, what about if I were to ask here? What would that be?
ここ。
What?
Koko.
Koko. So, koko is here. What about there?
そこ。
Soko. Soko. And what about
Ako.
hmm?
Asoko.
あそ
Asoko.
こ。
Asoko? It's weird. I know.
Round to
And what about
Doko.
どこ。
where? Toko. So, what are we doing here? How are we switching it to there?
We're taking the RE and putting KO.
Yep. So, as we found out with kono, sono, ano, dono, we keep the base,
Except for that one.
except for this. Well, we're still keeping the base.
Well, kind of, but you just have to add.
Right. And we kept the base here. So what you're doing is you're adding a KO for all of these, and that's where that becomes. Except for this, where you add a SO, KO, and doko. You're adding a KO. So if I were to ask, where is the library? How to respond? How would you write?
Write the response or write the question?
Write the question.
図書館
Toshukan.
はどこですか？
Mm-hmm. 図書館はどこですか? Good. So, hence why 図書館 is your noun, the wa, doko meaning where, des and are, and ka forming the question. With people laughing. So, now, what I want you, now you should at least know where everything is and the vocabulary. So what I want you to do is I want you to stand up again. Lovely standing up parts. I love standing up. I want you to, I haven't said sit down yet. Simon says stand up. Simon says go ask people where places are. You have Toire, Kisaten, Ginko, Toshokan, Yubinkyoku. Or you could also ask where countries are. America wa doko desu ka?
Last time I checked, you're not signing.
Samuel says. We're going to say play Samuel says.
What are you doing?
I was getting glasses.
Oh.
So, ask 3 or 4 people. You can also ask me, but I don't know if you want. Okay, so response, Toshokan wa doko desu ka? Response would be Toshokan wa asoko desu, or something along those lines, because we don't know how to describe where that is.
Actually, you just say Soko.
Soko
Right
is-
there.
Yeah, true. Okay, so you remember, actually, I'll just do it here. So you remember when we said what mo was? What was mo in the first chapter?
Also.
Also, or two. If this is, it means also. Okay, so we will now say A is this, then B is this. So if you put mo somewhere, then you can also put something else as well. So it'd be like, again, if you remember, A wa B des, right? And then you put A, or actually it'd be,
Well,
yeah, A wa B des. And then you would put,
well,
See more be that?
and well,
Yeah. put C, mo.
Actually, it would be B.
A is B, C is also B.
No.
So it could also be B more C, but could it also be B more C? In that order?
Mm-hmm.
No?
Because
You
you're
could
saying...
use A is X, then B is X.
Yeah, I could, but I decided to change it up. So, for example, if I were to say, looking from on the book, if I were to say, Takeshi-san wa, yeah, that's not an N. Nihonjin desu. And then, no, not many.
Michiko.
Yeah, Michiko-san mo. Michiko-san mo. So,
Mako sensei mo Nihonjin desu.
Mako sensei mo. Yes. So if I say Takashi-san wa Nihonjin desu, I'm saying Takashi is Japanese. If I say Michiko-san mo Nihonjin desu, what's that?
She's also Japanese.
She's also Japanese, or she is Japanese too. And then Mako sensei mo Nihonjin desu. So that's also, Mako sensei is also a Japanese teacher.
Takeshi-san to Michiko-san to Mako sensei wa Nihonjin desu.
You could also do that. Okay. So, if I were to put, yeah, I can put Michiko. No, you can't, can you? Can
What?
you?
What are you trying to do?
Use all the code?
Michiko to Kuka sensei. You can't do that.
I just made all of them to except for the last one and wa. I didn't do a mo.
Oh, you didn't do them all. Yeah, you could do Michiko to Mako sensei to Takashi-san wa Nihonjin desu. Yes, you can do that. But you can't put mo for, you can't say Takashi-san wa Nihonjin desu, Michiko-san to Mako sensei mo Nihonjin desu. You can't do that. It's weird, and mo responds to only one person. But yeah, no, good thing that I misheard what he said, because I was like, well, yeah, no. So, I'm on page 37. Almost said it, and then you changed your mind. Okay, if you look on page 45. What? Why?
I'm trying to find 37.
Look over it then, really quickly. Then turn to page 45.
You show us the picture, please.
I will, I'm about to. It says, Yamada-san mo Nihonjin desu. That's what it says. So if you look at the pictures below and describe each picture, and it's on page 45 for me. So the example is, Otou-san wa Nihonjin desu. Okaa-san mo Nihonjin desu.
75.
75?
75.
So mine says, Otou-san wa Nihonjin desu. Okaa-san mo Nihonjin desu. Our father is Japanese, mother is also Japanese, or mother is Japanese too. So just quickly do 1 through 6 and alternate. Like somebody does 1, 3, 5, somebody does 2, 4. So mo, you add mo for something that is that too. and you can't use to. So now, 2 other points that we're going to go over, and then we'll be done, is very interesting and weird, but you have noun, じゃありません. Which means, let's see, what did I write down for that? So,
It's got genitis.
what?
Does that mean that don't have, right?
Yeah, I'm about to go over that. What does it say in that book? じゃありません? It's on page 37 for me.
65 for us, but it says Janai does.
Yeah, it's got genitis in here.
Although it says arimasen in here too.
Okay, well, I'm going to go over both.
Passive example.
I'm very happy that they changed that part of the book, because I hate じゃありません. But they have noun plus じゃありません, or noun plus じゃないです. Noun plus じゃありません, or noun plus じゃないです. Okay, so that is negate an X. So to negate, so you have, for example, for example,
Sorry.
you have,
I'm sorry, I'm just confused.
what are you confused about?
Well, we learned arimasen or arimas as to have or not have.
Right.
But in this question, it's making it sound like he doesn't have a student, and he's saying he's not a student.
What do you,
山田さんは
okay.
じゃああれ
Whenever you say じゃないです, right? What, okay, あります. The informal way of saying あります is ない.
Okay.
Like, ありますか? ないです. Like, 鉛筆がありますか? You usually say ありません. But you can say ない. ないです. So whenever you have じゃ, which is,
では
yeah, じゃでは. And then you have ない, which is the ありません, and you have this. Does that make sense?
It does now, because we didn't go over anything like this in class.
Right. The arimas comes from the nai. Arimasen comes, the informal is the nai. So,
arimas is a much more formal.
Very, okay.
yeah. And then aru is the informal. Aru, nai, arimas, arimasen. But,
Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
that's fine. No. Good questions. So if you, okay, so you say, like if I were to say, 私はスカットです. Right? Obviously, I'm lying. I'm not Scott. So if I want to say this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace the des, this des, with either, which one do y'all want me to use? I can use, which one do y'all want me to use? Genitis?
Genitis.
Okay, so I'm going to replace the des with genitis. Okay, or genai. Okay? And then you say, so, and then if you want to be formal, you can put the des back. So you take this out, put janai, and then you can put the des back into where it goes. So, like for example, so I would say, watashi wa Scott janai desu. I am not Scott. Okay? If I were to say, Yamashita is not a teacher. Or, yeah, what if I were to say Takashi is not a teacher? What would I say?
Not.
Mm-hmm.
Takeshi-san wa sensei janai desu?
Yes. Takeshi-san wa sensei janai desu. Okay? If I were to say Yamashita is not a teacher, what would it be, Melissa-san?
Yamashita-san
Mm-hmm.
wa sensei janai.
Yes. Yamashita. Sensei. Okay, if I were to say this is not a chair, Kyle. How to say it? This is not a chair.
Where does it have the word for?
It's on the over here in the classroom. 53 on my book. I don't know what it is on your own. No, I like the straw. So if I were to say, this is not a chair, what would it be? In the classroom is the this one is where we're looking at.
83 for us.
83 correct?
So,
これは
Yep.
いつ
how to say it, Kyle? What is this? What is this?
This is not a chair. What's this? What's
And like
this?
he's referring to the chair, using the pronoun this.
Yeah. This. I'll give you another hint. Is it? Which one is it? Is it? Yeah. Are? Kore? Or sore? Out of these, actually, I could even put
どこ
dore or doko. Which one is it? Are, kore, sore, dore. It wouldn't be kono. This by me, which would be by you because I want you to directly translate it. This is not a chair. What? Because it's by me, but what about if it's by you? Kore? Kore. Kore. Kore wa? Which chair? Isu. Isu. Janai desu. Good. Something that we'll learn later, which I was joking around with them. Ski-janitis, which y'all know, most of y'all know, means I don't like something. But I always joke around with my Japanese friends and I say, I have skijinitis. Sounds like a disease. Or, Scott, would you like some skijinitis? I got some skijinitis.
STD.
No hangman for you.
Okay. Last point is yo and ne. Okay. If you want confirmation of agreement, you say ne. Okay. So if you want somebody to agree with you, you say ne. And usually it's a rhetorical question. So I say, this chair is black, isn't it? Y'all don't answer because it's rhetorical. Japanese don't answer because they want confirmation.
Hi.
So Japanese would. So if I were to say, "Kore no isu wa kuroi desu," you don't know black, but kuroi means black. "Kono isu wa kuroi desu ne," and then you would say, "Hai, so desu," or "Hai, kuroi desu," or something along those lines. You missed it. No, I wasn't short. I just want to be funny. Okay, so. No, I'm joking. So, Ri-san no senmon wa bungaku desu ne. So if I were to say, Ri-san no senmon or senko, and I can't spell. Senmon wa bungaku desu ne. Desu ne. Right?
So desu ne.
You would say so desu ne as a response. What did I just ask? Ask though. Ri-san no senmon wa bungaku desu ne.
His major was literature.
Literature, good. Or if I were to say, これは肉じゃないですね. What am I saying? Yep. This isn't meat, right? Ne is more like a right, I guess. So you're going to Japan, right? Yes, I can't wait. So now, yo tells you you want to assure the listener what has been said. I say that it's an exclamation point because that's the way that I learned it. But you are saying, listen, hey you, listen to me. This is very, very important. This is what I'm saying. So you would say, so it's an authoritative decree. Tonkatsu wa sakana janai desu ne desu yo. Tonkatsu, you know what that is, right? Tonkatsu. It's like, what? Oh, I thought you said something. It's beef. What was it? It's beef.
Oh, isn't that pork thing?
Pork cutlet?
Yep. Pork cutlet beef.
Which is delicious, by the way.
Yes, it is. I had it in Japan. It's really good.
Well, I didn't have it in Japan, but I had
Where
it in
did
a Japanese restaurant.
Yeah. Tonkatsu. Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Two-thirds. I'm sorry. I can kick you in your foot.
No, thank you.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you need to walk on that. How about the stomach? I can kick you in the stomach.
Want me to kiss it and make it better?
You kiss it right there.
video game.
Oh,
Aww. Okay.
that does feel better.
Oh. Didn't get ski-tonitis.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I don't have ski tonight. Thank you very much.
But he does.
You better not have ski tonight.
I'm sorry, I should have told you.
You've been messing with him, haven't you?
We had the bathing suit conversation.
I don't know about you anymore, Samuel.
I'm sorry.
We had the gym together and everything.
What? Wait, what'd you say? Scott. I still didn't hear what he said. What did he say?
Was in the gym together too.
In the gym?
Yeah, you and I went to the gym.
I don't even remember that.
You don't remember that? No, because we
Oh yes, I do remember
Did you
that.
drug him or something?
I do remember that.
we did it for all of like maybe 2 weeks total.
Yeah. And we enjoyed it, didn't we?
Got Mr.
Scott's like, I'm not going to that.
面白いですね。
すみません。
What?
I said, boy, she does you.
All right. And guess what? This is not going to be edited out either. I knew it was on camera.
Hot dang.
Oh, you know it. All right. So if I say, how can I run with that? I'm trying to think of. Y'all don't know ski desk yet. Okay. I'm just gonna go with this. So you have tonkatsu wa sakana janai desu. Okay, tonkatsu wa sakana janai desu. Or sumimasen wa sumimasen. Sumimasen.
No.
Yes.
Why don't you say excuse me?
Excuse me, in case you're wondering.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
Robert don't have the same in it.
I know.
He just made it up.
I made it up because I messed up. I misread it.
Oh.
And I was just running with it.
Okay.
In the gym with Corey.
In your swimsuit.
Am I in our swimsuit? What marine biologists do.
Swimsuit-itis.
Yeah, buddy.
I wonder if that's how I got ski gym. Yeah. Okay. So those are that. Now we could go over something else, not something else, but we could go over. But y'all understand that, right? The yo and that. So y'all don't even want to do the pages in the book. Okay.
Wakarimasu ka?
Wait, so May is more
All right. Yay.
Kyle had a question.
Yes, you have a question.
Yes,
Explain ne and yo.
What?
Explain ne and yo.
Ne is the rhetorical question where you're looking for a confirmation.
Kind of like, isn't it, right?
Like,
Melissa is your mom, right?
I would hope so.
Sorry, Bud, can't deny you on that.
and then yo is more of an exclamation point. So if you want
It's expensive to live in Asia.
yo.
Yo. It is. Somebody
Really?
else, I could say
Looks like a
it's
statement,
expensive to
like,
live in
Yeah.
Asia, ne. And you've been there, so you go, oh, it really is
Yeah.
expensive to live there. Yo.
Yo. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yo.
Corey wants to play his hangman.
Okay, we'll play hangman.
Woohoo.
Okay, here's
Yeah,
what y'all
hang-
have to do though.
hang will come.
Okay, ready?
Hi.
In the workbook,
Are you doing
Do-
that homework?
yes,
No, we're not.
you will have